Following video is not made for kids. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello to my subscribers, this is the TFN Geek coming to you with a video that is long overdue. This is a thank you video, as you can tell by the title of the video. This is a thank you to two of my good friends and fellow Transformers collectors, Autocorrect Primer and Snoke Spinal Tap. They were nice enough to hook me up with some Transformers action figures that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to get on my own. So first off, a special thank you to Autocorrect Primer. He actually intended to send me this as a birthday present, and it took a while to get here. I actually got this a few weeks ago, last month during October, and even though my birthday was in July, Autocorrect Primer was very polite in explaining to me why it was taking so long to get here. So I'm grateful to him for sending me this. So this was a very happy belated birthday present to receive from him. So thank you, Autocorrect Primer, for hooking me up with the Studio Series 86 Voyager class wreck-gar. So yes, I have wreck-gar in my Transformers collection, and I gotta say, hey, from the reviews I've seen on him, this is by far the best wreck-gar figure that we have ever gotten. So yes, thank you, Autocorrect Primer, for hooking me up with wreck-gar. Alright, next up, a thank you to my very good friend and fellow Transformers collector, Snoke Spinal Tap. He actually sent me this Transformers action figure because he got a deal where he ended up getting 2 copies of the same Transformers figure, and when he saw that I didn't get this figure in my collection yet, he decided to send me the extra. So thank you so much, Snoke Spinal Tap, for hooking me up with this Transformers action figure, War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe Class Road Rage. So yes, Road Rage is a Target Red Card exclusive, and she's hard to obtain for most collectors because they don't want to sign up for Target's Red Card, and the only other websites besides Target that are selling Road Rage are websites such as eBay and Amazon, and Road Rage is being sold by scalpers who want more than double what she's going for on Target's website with the Red Card offer. And Road Rage, as for those of you who probably haven't been able to tell, is mold mates with the Kingdom Deluxe Class Trax figure. Road Rage is actually based off of the old red Diaclone version of Trax. And Trax is arguably one of the worst Transformers figures of the Kingdom line, and from the reviews I've seen of Road Rage, she doesn't suffer quite as many of the QC issues that the Kingdom Trax figure suffers from, but it's close enough that Transformers fans and collectors who have not signed up with Target's Red Card exclusive have easily passed on Road Rage due to the issues with Trax. So yes, Road Rage is kind of one of those Transformers exclusives where you either completely want to get her or completely feel that she's an easy pass. But yes, thank you once again, Snoke Spinal Tap, for hooking me up with Road Rage. And for those of you wondering, why does Road Rage's box look a little wonky? That's because this was actually the USPS, the post office's fault. Road Rage's box accidentally got crushed on something, and so now it's all bent out of shape in some places. You can see some of the creases and dents from being crushed right here on this corner of the box. So yeah, that was a little discouraging, but otherwise, the point is that the Road Rage figure itself, from what I've seen, and even though she's still sealed on the box, I don't hear any rattling in there, so it looks like she's intact. But yes, and since I received both Road Rage and wreck-gar as gifts from my friends Autocorrect Primer and Snoke Spinal Tap, I will most definitely do video reviews of these guys. I will leave links down in the video description to both Snoke Spinal Tap and Autocorrect Primer's YouTube channel. And also, I hope you guys will check them out. And since I did a little focus on Road Rage, we'll do a little focus here on wreck-gar. Studio Series 86 Voyager class wreck-gar is an entirely brand new mold. It's rumored, but not yet 100% confirmed, that we are going to get more Junkions from this mold. And from the video reviews I've seen, some of the worst tolerance issues with wreck-gar, someone actually got a copy of wreck-gar where he had, I don't know how well you can see it there inside his box, but the top of his legs right there, someone actually got a copy where wreck-gar had 2 right side thighs on the upper half of his legs, and in vehicle mode and his motorcycle mode, the way wreck-gar's legs transform to form the underside of the motorcycle there, having a misplaced hip that made it extremely difficult for it to tab in. But other than that, I haven't seen too many reviews where wreck-gar is suffering too many horrible QC issues. One thing I will share with you guys. There are two variants with wreck-gar's packaging. Some copies of wreck-gar right here have this additional plastic bubble protecting his robot mode chest, while I've seen other copies of wreck-gar that do not have that. So, in that regard, there are two variations of Studio Series wreck-gar where he has this additional plastic bubble protecting his robot mode chest as from potentially getting crushed should anything heavy fall on the front side of the box. And there's others that don't have that. So it doesn't actually differ the wreck-gar figure itself, anyways, and the protection it offers, all it really does is prevent the front of the box from being squeezed in and being flattened. But it is a nice thing to have if you do find that. But yes, if you see reviews and you notice that some copies of wreck-gar are different from others, that's the only difference right there, is that additional plastic piece for the packaging, aimed to ensure wreck-gar has further protection from being damaged. But which is, in my opinion, I joke to myself that it's somewhat ironic that out of all the Transformers characters whose action figures need additional protection, it's wreck-gar, the leader of the Junkions. His name has always been I forgot the term that's used to describe this, but his name is basically a combination of the two words wreckage and garbage. That's why there's a hyphen in the middle of his name, wreck-gar. Yes, I am really impressed with how wreck-gar looks, the overall design of him. And even though it's hard for my camera to pick it up, especially with the reflection from my bedroom lamp, but if I tip it like this, you can kind of see it. His facial hair, I love the way they designed his mustache and goatee. The goatee isn't quite as long on the actual wreck-gar figure as it is here on, compared to how long his goatee is here on the artwork used on his box. But then again, I've actually always been in on the fence of the idea of the Transformers having facial hair when they're robots, and I didn't know. And so I've never really liked the idea of the robots having hair follicles implanted into their faces when they're supposed to be mechanical robots, even though they are sentient beings. But that's just a minor gripe that I have with Transformers characters with facial hair. Pretty much the only personal gripe that I have with wreck-gar, I would have preferred if the hubcaps on his motorcycle wheels would have been more of the like rusty orange that's used on the rest of him compared to the bright yellow that they actually are on here. Previous wreck-gar figures such as the Reveal the Shield 2011 Deluxe Class wreck-gar figure and the Power of the Primes Deluxe Class wreck-gar figure that was released in 2018. The hubcaps on those vehicles of wreck-gar have the same shade of rusty orange that matches up most of his body, and it's kind of hard to tell, but if you look closely on the product photo of wreck-gar's vehicle mode on the back of his box, it does look like Hasbro and Takara did originally intend for the hubcaps on wreck-gar's wheels to be more of the rusty orange than the bright yellow that's used on the final product. But yeah, that's just my own personal gripe with wreck-gar. I would have preferred if he had orange wheels instead of yellow one, but that's just a gripe that it can be easily overlooked. But yes, overall, I enjoy the way wreck-gar turned out. I love the fact that his only actual weapon is his four-bladed axe weapon that he used in the Transformers UN movie, and a lot of Transformers fans, myself included, have joked that wreck-gar's four-bladed axe looks more like a pinwheel than anything else. But overall, I just enjoy wreck-gar, and I thank you, Autocorrect Primer, once again for hooking me up with this guy. So yes, I will most definitely be doing video reviews of Kingdom, Road Rage, and Studio Series 86 wreck-gar, since I got those as gifts from my good friends Autocorrect Primer, Snoke, Spinal. So thumbs up to you guys. Thank you so much for hooking me up with these Transformers action figures. Now, if you're wondering at the title of the video, why I put the words collection update, that's because I did also get two Transformers action figures in my own time. 2 weeks ago, I went to my local Target store and I found two of the Transformers action figures I was looking for. I could not believe that they had them in stock. So I found at my local Target store the Kingdom Deluxe Class Shadow Panther figure. A lot of Transformers fans and collectors have been passing on Shadow Panther due to the fact that he's a character from the Beast Wars franchise that did not actually appear in the Beast Wars cartoon series. Shadow Panther was kind of almost originally created with the intention of basically almost being what Nemesis Prime is today, where he's an evil doppelganger of Cheetor. Or it's not that he's a clone, or like an evil twin or anything like that. No, from what I've read on him, Shadow Panther was intended to be an entirely different Predacon Transformers character from Cheetor, or but the joke is that he has the exact same body type that Cheetor does. It's kind of almost like Bumblebee and Bug Bite, or a or a comparison that's closer to Beast Wars would be animated Bumblebee and animated Wasp, having the same body type but being completely different characters. So yeah, that's who Shadow Panther is. Pretty much the only thing, what the feature that Shadow Panther has going for him most is that he has a new head sculpt, which is based off a gimmick that the Beast Wars action figures from the original Beast Wars line had back in the 90s. Was they had this face change gimmick where they would go from a more humanoid face to a monstrous face that was called Mutant Head. That gimmick was not utilized on the Beast Wars figures released in the Kingdom line, and so the closest we're getting to the Mutant Head gimmick is some of the figures that are retooled from early released Kingdom Beast Wars characters now have the mutant head on them. The only ones who actually have the mutant heads are Shadow Panther and the upcoming Amazon exclusive Golden Disc Collection Mutant Tigertron on figure. But yeah, because Shadow Panther, in part, he didn't actually appear in the Beast Wars series, and because he's just a mostly entirely black redeco of Cheetor, with the only sculpted molding difference is his new head sculpt. A lot of Transformers fans and collectors don't have as much emotional attachment to Shadow Panther as they do to other Transformers Beast Wars characters. So Shadow Panther, even though he's one of the more recently released Transformers Kingdom figures, he's become more widely available than his Wave Mate, which is the other Transformers action figure I found at Target, Kingdom Deluxe Class Waspinator. So yes, out of the two Wave 4 Deluxe Class Transformers action figures, Waspinator's been the action figure everyone's been trying to get a hold of, and Shadow Panther's the figure that most Transformers fans and collectors, they either want to get him or they uh, haven't gotten him at all, and they've passed on getting him. So yes, with Shadow Panther, it's been either you collect him or you don't want him. But with Waspinator here, there has been no doubt, out from what I've seen on the internet, from the video reviews I've watched, and all the websites that sell Transformers action figures, and from what I've seen at my local Target store, Waspinator is the Kingdom Deluxe X Class Wave 4 figure that everybody wants to collect. Everybody has a lot more emotional attachment to Waspinator than they do with Shadow Panther. Because of how he appeared throughout almost the entirety of the Transformers Beast Wars series. I think the best question to ask actually is, instead of how many episodes did Waspinator appear in, the question to ask is how many episodes of Beast Wars did Waspinator not appear in. Uh, it's been a while since I've watched the Beast Wars series, but to my knowledge, I believe Waspinator, he might have been absent in only like 2 or 3 episodes of the 52 episodes of the Transformers Beast Wars series. But yes, everyone has wholeheartedly embraced this new deluxe class action figure of Waspinator that's been released in the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom line. Even though Waspinator didn't appear in the Netflix series, a lot of Transformers fans and collectors still like how much this Kingdom version of Waspinator looks like he did in the original Beast Wars cartoon series from 1996. And yes, Waspinator has been the Transformers action figure that's been more hard to find. I actually found Shadow Panther, uh, 1 week before I found Waspinator. I found Waspinator 7 days after I found Shadow Panther, and from what I've seen on the websites, the best example I can give is that on Amazon USA for 3 solid weeks. Shadow Panther was available at retail price. He was basically available in Amazon's own stock. And Waspinator didn't appear available in Amazon's own stock until a few weeks after Shadow Panther had been on there. And now there's apparently enough copies of Shadow Panther in Amazon's own stock. A heads up for those of you who are still looking for Shadow Panther and you're thinking of adding him to your Transformers collection. Shadow Panther's going for $19.99 at Amazon.com, while Waspinator is still going for the new full retail price of Deluxe Class Transformers, which is $22.99. But yes, if you can only get one of the two Kingdom Wave 4 Deluxe figures right now to add to your collection, get Waspinator first, and once you have Waspinator, then get Shadow Panther, because Waspinator is the figure that everyone's clamoring to get right now. And that's pretty much all the Transformers figures I've added to my collection within the last 1.5 months. So one last time, thank you again to you, Autocorrect Primer, for this belated birthday present of Studio Series wreck-gar. Thank you so much for hooking me up with that figure. And thank you to my good friend Snoke Spinal Tap for sending me Kingdom Road Rage. I really appreciate having this Transformers action figure that I would have otherwise had to have most likely paid a scalper off of Amazon to get. And also, I will give a thank you to my local Target store for having both Shadow Panther and Waspinator in stock. So yes, thank you guys all so much. So one last thing to say before I end the video is that I have been going through a lot of changes in my life, some financial, some personal, and that's why I keep saying in my videos that I'm going to get around to doing my Transformers reviews, yet I haven't actually gotten around to doing any reviews lately. That's because I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life. But I did want to start off with this thank you video to Autocorrect Primer and Snoke Spinal Tap, and just a quick announcement of all the Transformers figures I've added to my collection recently. So yes, thank you guys all for hanging in with me. I apologize for not having done actually any reviews recently, but I promise they will eventually come. I will eventually get around to doing them. I'm hoping I can do a few reviews tonight before I go to bed, since tonight when I'm recording this video, it's daylight savings, so we gain an extra hour tonight. So thank you guys all so much once again. And this has been the TFN Geek. Thank you to Autocorrect Primer and Snoke Spinal Tap. I will leave links to your YouTube channels down in the video description, so any of my subscribers who haven't subscribed to your channels yet can go check them out. And please, guys, check out Autocorrect Primer and Snoke Spinal Tap's channels. They do lots of amazing videos on their Transformers action figures. So thank you guys all once again, and until next time, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell icon for notifications. And until next time, you guys, stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask outdoor, always wash your hands whenever you can. And until next time, you guys, transform and roll out. Goodbye, everyone.